So I'm going to upgrade these. I'm going to upgrade both of these, and then I'm going to put up one more tower. This tower is good because it does a good amount of damage. It has a low fire rate for the first 2 upgrades maybe, but it's pretty good nonetheless, and it does a considerable amount of damage for it being a very cheap tower. So unfortunately I am out of mana, so I cannot spawn in the tower that I wanted to on this side. But I guess all I'll have to do is just watch it, and if things get by, I can just kill them with my staff, or my bird can even kill them. So when they bypass your towers, it really isn't always that bad. So hopefully here in this round we will see some suicide bombers, and you can see what they do. They have a giant thing of TNT on their back, and they light it on fire, and then they just charge at your towers. So that guy should be going down any second here, and the other sides are clear. Here they come, right there, light their TNT on fire, and run towards you. Now they blow up, they do damage you if you are near them, and they are really annoying, especially when you're low on health and you're trying to upgrade a tower. Because when you get damaged while you're upgrading a tower, you actually stop the process and have to start over again. So I'm just going to heal this. It shouldn't take too long because it only took a bit of damage. But nonetheless, it seems as if my other side is doing fine, that I was a bit concerned about. And the wave is a little over halfway done, I suppose. Almost halfway done. Actually, exactly halfway done. Let's go with that. So now I'm just going to wait for the next round of enemies. I'm going to upgrade this tower. And it's probably not necessary, but after a certain amount of waves, I think it is on this map it is the 7th wave, an ogre, which is a giant one-eyed monster in this game, will come and pretty much just pillage you entirely. It has a giant area of effect, and it does a lot of damage to anything in that area. As you can see, we have more of these kobold dudes right there, and they're just getting blown to pieces. So, looks like we have a bit more in this round. A few more enemies, so I'm just going to put up another tower back here, as I wanted to before, because having as much firepower as possible is always really helpful. Now, this is probably my favorite way to start out a round, or really to start out any round, is just to put up one or 2 towers on each side, depending on how much mana you receive from the chests, and depending on how many sides there are, of course, because it actually does get to the point where there are more than 3 sides. There's more than 3 doors to cover. This one only has 3 sides, but on the next map there is about, I want to say, well, there's 2 doors in center, and there's 2 doors on the outside of the center, and there's 2 doors on each side of that. So there's quite a few doors that you need to cover. Now, of course, you can set up towers to block those people from coming through, but the longer you let them walk, the closer they get to your crystal, which is a greater risk you're taking. So I like to stop people as soon as possible, but sometimes that isn't always possible. In the next round, which is called Magus Quarters, there are like dragons that will actually come up and fly and try to, they will just completely go straight to the Eternia Crystal and try to kill it. Not very fun for you because they really just are annoying. Really annoying. So I guess what I'm going to do now is, since all of these are practically levels 1 or 2, I'm just going to upgrade this last one and check my map, and all of these are level 1. It looks like some things over there are damaged. I can deal with that in a bit. But for now, I'm going to summon a Deathly Strikes tower. Now this tower is it's pretty much an instant kill, but it has an extremely low fire rate. It doesn't have much of an area of effect, which is a bit annoying, but when you do get enemies that have health up into the 4,000s and 5,000s and upper, then it's very helpful because it takes large chunks of health off of those enemies, so you can kill them with your staff if necessary. So I'm just going to summon one more up over here. And I will repair this by pressing the 4 key, just the default binding, and I will also just upgrade this mana blockade, and I should have a bit more mana, but I don't think I'm going to have enough to upgrade that last tower. So, just start this round and see what happens.